So, all right, we're going to get going here in a minute. Welcome, welcome. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Shantelle Flake, and I'm an independent certified Optavia coach. And this past 2 weeks, it has been so fun to do the Love Yourself to Health Challenge and focusing on that, focusing on our individual health. And I think you're here because you found value in what you learned in those first 2 weeks, right? So now we're on to Double the Love, day 3, where I feel like this is what happens is when you experience change and growth, I think it's innate in all of us to want to share that with other people. Do you guys agree with that? Like it just, you want to. And so that's what we're going to focus on in this advanced course. What we have been focusing on is how to extend our reach and really how to help other people. So I want to take you back, start with a little story. One particular week years ago, I just had one of those super crazy busy weeks. And when you look at it on the calendar, you just wonder how it's all going to happen. You guys know what I mean. You guys have had these weeks before. And so whenever anyone would ask me to add something to the calendar, I was like, oh, no, sorry. I'm swamped this week. Absolutely not. We are full to the max. And so you guys, right in the middle of my busy week, my phone rang. And on the other end of the line, a lady answered and she said, hi, I'm calling because you won. You won the big drawing, $500. And honestly, I almost just hung up on her right then. I was like, no way, scam. Right? But I happened to stay on long enough she then went on to mention like the name of the store. And I recognized and I realized I had been in that boutique earlier that week and had entered a drawing and I won $500, you guys. How lucky is that? And so she went on to say, she's like, okay, come in today and you're going to want to get your gift card and you can come shopping and stuff. And you guys, I did not even think about my busy week, right? I just immediately was like, absolutely. I dropped everything and I went to go shopping. This is how important fashion and clothes are to me, okay? This is going to tell you. But I think that you guys would do the same, possibly, if you had $500 to your favorite store. And, it's just interesting looking at that example. I thought I was so busy, right? But magically, when it's something I feel very passionate about or I want so badly, I'm going to find time to make that happen. And really, I think we find time for the things that are important to us. Would you guys agree? I'm going to share my screen and share this quote. I want to see if you guys agree with this quote. It says, if it is important to you, you will find a way. If not, you will find excuses. Do you guys believe that to be true? I feel like this has been very true for us, for me. Okay, here is a little picture of my family. This is me 10 years ago when I was introduced to Optavia. And when I first learned about Optavia, you guys, I was 100% in. I thought it was the best thing I had ever heard. I was like, I had watched my coaches do this. I just thought, absolutely, I'm in. I truly did see like how it could help so many people. But that's what scared me, is my biggest concept was, will I have the time? I had just had my third baby at the time and couldn't even fathom where all of this free time was going to appear that I could then help people. And I most definitely wasn't interested in sacrificing my family time to be able to help people. I wanted my family to come first. My wise mentor said once, we aren't asking people to give up their family. We are suggesting people give up Netflix. And I knew that was true. I knew that I could get more lean with my time. And that was actually what I wanted to focus on is back then is just to get lean with my time. It was truly important to me, just like that gift card. I had to get clear on, what, this is what's important to me. I want to find time for this and I can do this. So looking back, I realized that scarcity part of my brain, that survival part of my brain wanted to keep me safe and comfortable by saying, oh yeah, don't think you have time for this. No way. But what happened, the magic happened, was when I shifted to a place of curiosity and openness, which is really our higher part of our brain. And what that looked like for me is I asked myself, how could I make time for this? How could I? Instead of, no, don't have time. How could I make this work? So my brain really went to work figuring it out. And my brain knows my situation. And so what that looked like for me is I started figuring out how I could coach in the nooks and the crannies of my life. It would have been great if at the very beginning I had a whole hour to sit down to do a whole hundreds list or, complete a full task. But realistically, it actually looked like the most random moments in the shower where I would have somebody's name pop into my mind. And then I'd write it on my phone real quick. And then when I had a minute later that day, I would call them. It looked like doing social media posts like in the carpool lane. And it looked like I was very used to running into the store and running out because I was in a hurry. But when I would see somebody in the store, instead of acting like I didn't know them because I was in a hurry, I would stop and just have a quick conversation and connect with them. You guys, it didn't take as much time as I thought. Even just switching tasks, like instead of listening to music in the car, switching that out for a personal development podcast. Even as simple as switching tasks, I found out what was most important to me at the time. And what I found was there are tasks I didn't like to do that drained me. I will mention cleaning toilets. And my dream, you guys, at the beginning was just simply, what if I could make enough to replace that? What if I could hire somebody out and spend that time that I would have cleaning or something? You guys, that was my dream. What's your dream? What could you do to make it work? And that's your brain will get to work figuring that out when you ask yourself that question. How could I make time for this? So this quote pretty much sums it up right here. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. John Maxwell, which is the great of the great. So here we are 10 years later. I feel like coaching is a lot like raising these 5 kids, you guys. I feel like as a mother, there's no any one given day that I feel like I just completely nailed it. There are so many tasks day in and day out that are, quite frankly, I go to bed and I'm exhausted thinking about all the little things. There was nothing even that big, and sometimes I even focus on the things I didn't do, the one thing I didn't do out of the 100 things I did, right? This is what our brain does. But again, we know what to expect in parenthood if you've been a parent. And it's true. John Maxwell's quote about, we know the small disciplines repeated over time lead to great achievements. That is so true about parenthood. Coaching is very similar in this. There isn't any one given day that you're going to be, I completely nailed it, or you're not going to be able to help the whole world in one day. Those small day-to-day actions that you fit in the nooks and crannies of your life, those make a difference. Those repeated actions are the great achievement that you can do to help a lot of people, but we can only do it one person at a time. So today, I hope you can think about what it is about coaching that really lights your fire and why it's important to you. You will make time for that if you can get clear on that, even in the nooks and crannies. And over time, as you have these small disciplines, that's what's going to lead to great achievement. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.